Welcome to this video on fingerprints. We will explore the fundamentals of fingerprinting and how they are used for identification. Fingerprints are often the key to solving crimes, providing crucial evidence left at the scene. Fingerprinting is a system of identification based on classifying the unique patterns of finger ridges. This method is fundamental in forensics. The fundamental principles of fingerprints include: no two persons have identical ridge patterns, fingerprints remain unchanged throughout a person's life, and they can be systematically classified. Fingerprints are impressions left on surfaces formed by the patterns of ridges on a finger. A ridge appears dark in images, while a valley appears light. Here's an activity on making giant balloon fingerprints. This allows for a magnified view of the ridge patterns. The epidermis and dermis layers of human skin determine the form and pattern of ridges. Fingerprints develop in the fetus starting around the 10th week. Other prints can be found on palms, soles of feet, lips, and ears. A 10 card is a standardized form used to record and preserve a person's complete set of fingerprints for identification purposes. Now we will engage in an activity to practice making a 10 card using ink strips to print each finger onto a provided handout. The main categories of fingerprint patterns are loop, whorl, and arch. Studying these patterns is key to fingerprint analysis. Fingerprint patterns fall into three main classes: loops, whorls, and arches. These distinctions are crucial for classification. We can analyze and compare the frequency of different fingerprint types within a local group versus the national population data. Nationally, loops are the most common pattern at 65%, followed by whorls at 30% and arches at 5%. This chart visually represents the national distribution: loops at 65%, whorls at 30%, and arches at 5%. Beyond the three main classes, there are more detailed patterns like plain arch, tented arch, ulnar loop, radial loop, plain whorl, central pocket loop, double loop whorl, and accidental whorl. Let's now focus on ridge characteristics, which provide further detail within the main pattern types. Minutiae are points where print ridges come together or end. These points are considered the an individual. No two people have more than 8 common points. This image illustrates various minutiae points, such as the crossover, core, bifurcation, ridge ending, island, delta, and pore. Specific minutiae points include the ridge ending, where a ridge stops, the bifurcation, where a ridge splits, and the short ridge, a small isolated ridge segment. This diagram provides a table of common minutiae patterns, numbered 1 through 10, showing examples of each. We move on to latent fingerprints, which are not visible to the naked eye. In this activity, you will follow instructions to create and then make a latent print visible on a clean surface. There are 3 main types of fingerprints: patent or visible prints, impressed or plastic prints, and latent prints. A patent print is visible, formed when a finger touches a medium like blood, dirt, ink, or grease, leaving an impression. Plastic or impressed prints are 3-dimensional indentations left in soft surfaces like clay, wax, or putty. They can be viewed or photographed. A latent print is made by the deposit of oils or perspiration and is invisible until chemically developed or dusted. Latent prints can be detected using various methods, including fingerprint powders, iodine fuming, ninhydrin, cyanoacrylate fuming, and silver nitrate. These images show various tools and chemicals used for detecting latent prints, such as powders, brushes, and fuming kits. Next, we will cover the process of studying a latent print once it has been developed. To study a latent print, dust it lightly with black powder, lift it with clear tape, mount it, identify the pattern, and repeat the process with magnetic powder. This section covers the latent print recovery lab, focusing on using chemicals to detect latent prints. For the lab analysis, you will write a paragraph for each station, explaining the recovery procedures, observations made, and other potential surfaces where the method might work. The Automated Fingerprint Identification System, or AFIS, links state computers with the FBI database. It contains nearly 50 million records and stores digital minutia data for each scanned print. AFIS is used by scanning an unknown print, which the system searches to produce a list of close matches. A fingerprint expert then makes the final verification of identity. Mobile fingerprint identification allows police officers in the field to search AFIS quickly, enabling positive identification of a suspect on the spot. Some frequently asked questions about fingerprints include that prints dissolved by acid will grow back, and scars on fingers make the prints even more unique. Thank you for watching this video on fingerprints.